Okay, looks like we are streaming. This is being recorded live, but it's not being streamed live, so I hope that makes sense. I don't want to edit this video basically, because I'm just showing you what I've got set up for my April 2021 setup, and oh my goodness me, we got an upgrade and we're journaling again. Shocker, I know. Weird noises in the background. I've got the doors open, I've got the windows open, it's a lovely day. The dogs are making weird noises. Next door is mowing his lawn. I don't know, okay. Let's just get through this and hope that none of it picks up on the mic. Up until now, I've been using an A6 day-free Hobonichi, and that's been working fine. I'm not going to not use it. I'm actually going to do a plan with me after this video, which will explain how I'm going to use it going forward. I'm still going to use it, it's just going to be slightly repurposed. However, I thought I would show you what I'm doing at the moment. This is an A5 cover. It's the bright orange one with the brown insides from 2015, I believe. I actually have the card somewhere, but yeah, 2015. So it's just bright orange on the outside, it's brown inside. But the bright orange was a little bit garish, so I covered it with scrapbook paper. I have literally, here's what I've done. Little tip for you. I got scrapbook paper and I cut it out the right size. I used repositionable tape, which as you can see on the nylon covers, it doesn't stick that well, but it sticks enough to just hold it in place while you put it into a cover on cover. This is the 2015 Woodland cover, which I really like. I got some scrapbook paper and I wrapped it round and tucked it inside the pocket. And then I got another piece on this side, wrapped it up, put it inside the pocket. There's no back access on this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I've got ravens on the inside with some white writing. I don't know what it says, it's too small. And that goes into my cover on cover. Like so. There's probably a better way of doing that. And it looks really cool and I like it. It's very me. So, in here I have an Avec and a day-free Hobonichi. Both A5 size, obviously, the cousins. However, this one is the 2021 day-free. Just received it this morning. And this one is a 2019 Avec. Yes, 2019 Avec. I was sent these by a friend of mine, Brenda. I can't remember if she sent them to me in 2019 or 2020, but she sent them to me in the June, so I never really got a chance to use the first one. I was already planning for June, so I moved into the July one and I used the July to December for that year. But I never got to use this one, and I don't like having books hanging around that I haven't used. So since I tend to cover up the dates in my journal anyway, I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this as my journal and that will do me until, you know, I mean there's 6 months in here, so that'll do me till September technically. But actually, I'm not going to do that. You'll see why in a second. Well, one step at a time. So this is a repurposed 2019. I had this piece of holographic blue card hanging around, so I just folded it in half, taped it. I'm going to put some book binding, no, plastic, sticky back plastic on it, just to make it a little bit stiffer and give it a little bit more cushioning. But this is basically my writing board. I'm not paying £10 for a writing board. It's not happening. This little girl is, I've officially adopted her. So she's mine now. Nobody else can use her. I'm kidding. She belongs to Little Raven Ink, obviously. If you know her collage sheets, you will be familiar with her style. It's one of her little monsters. But she's so me. She is so me. I've adopted her and I plan to. I've actually made stickers of her and I'm going to stick them everywhere. She is now my little representation of me. She's cute. I like her. Anyway, this is just covering up. It's just from an old calendar and it's covering up the front page because I did some surgery to this. As you can tell, it's an Avec, but it goes straight into the daily pages. That's because I took out all of the weeks and months from the front because I didn't need them. Obviously, they're out of date. This is going to get a chunky monkey anyway, so it makes some space on the spine. But in order to cover up that mess and cover the bit where I cut off all the bits of paper, because I didn't tear them out, I took out the centre of the spines, but the ones that were stuck I cut and taped down. So that's under there. And I'm a little bit behind with some of my writing, but this is my journal at the moment. I will do a journal with me at some point if you want me to, but at the moment, you know, it's basically just sticker vomit at the moment. It'll probably be like that for a while. Sticker and collage vomit, that's what I do. So there we go. That's that. Now, the day-free version has the year and the months going right up to March next year, which is what I need, but I don't need the weeks. It also has 170, I think, if it's the same as the A6, 171 pages, which my maths is not up to snuff particularly, but I think July to December is something like 182 days. So we're not far off. Yeah, we're not far off. I can probably start using this in August for my daily journaling. This one I'll use until I have enough space in here. I'll work out what the 31st of December minus 31 days is and work from there. So this is going to be daily journaling, but I'm not using it at the moment. This is what I'm going to be doing my planning in. And like I say, I'm going to do a plan with me because I've got a massive amount of planning to do. I've just revamped all my Patreon stuff and I need to work out what I'm going to do at least for the next 3 months so that I don't have to sit and work it out. I need to do my long-term planning, basically. Inside, so what I'm using for my journaling, I'm really in love with these pens. This is the Tombow Funosuke WSBH Black. It's the art pen with the felt tip nib. It's hard. I love this pen for writing with, even though I write really small. I find it makes me write a little bit bigger when I'm journaling, which is better for me. So that sits in there. I don't use the bookmarks. I think I'll probably cut the bookmarks out of this, actually. I already cut out the pen loops years ago because I don't use them. And then replace them with something that I do use. So I undid all the stitching on the bookmarks and pulled them out. And then I took one of the, you know, the Leuchtturm. It's a square with a loop on it. I took one of those, I cut it down to that width because the seam ends there, and I put that bit in, that shoulder, into the hole, and I stuck it down. And that works much better for me. That I don't like pen loops sticking out the side. They drive me a bit bananas. This holds my pen quite nicely. Job done. I plan with a ballpoint pen and I write in my journal with the Tombow. So in the front here I've got a load of stickers and stuff that I'm using. Obviously I've got my little Raven Ink pocket monster, I think she calls them. I've got some Halloween washi tape, of course. I don't know where I got this card from. It's got grids and everything on it. It came with an order for something. I don't know. Don't ask me. In here, I've got sticker sheets, because this pocket goes right down to the bottom. So these are just an assortment of sticker sheets that I like to use from my Sticky Club subscription. And I'm just swapping them in and out, basically. As and when I feel like, oh, I'm bored with that sticker sheet, I'll use a different one. I've got a pad of paper here. This is the chiaroscuro one that came in the most recent sticker subscription box, the Light and Shadow box. I don't remember. I think it might be the pop pack for March, but don't quote me on that. And then I've just got some bits and pieces of paper and card and other note papers and stuff in there. This is some of the offcuts from doing my covers. This is all scrapbook paper from the same DCWV set. I think it's called Ghosts. Again, don't quote me on that. I'll see if I can find the link and put it below. Or you can probably find it in my Amazon shop. I've got some weather stickers. These are from Panache Girl. I don't know if Panache Girl still runs her Etsy shop. I haven't seen her around in a long time. And I've got the offcuts of my book binding or book coverings here that I can use for journal cards. I'm trying not to overstuff my pockets because it drives me insane when I can't write on it flat, and I don't want to have to keep taking my Hobonichi in and out all the time. So in the back, I don't have anything because this book, I did have my sticker subscription, Sticky Club thing in here. Where is it? If you have these and you have a cover on cover, just to say, if you pop it inside your cover on cover, it actually fits really well in there. So it's handy if you've got lots of little bits and pieces that you want to corral, because these come with little sticky little pocket things. But this is a little bit too lumpy. I'll either have to, well, actually if I take the sticky notes out, then it's probably okay to lean on. But for the moment, I'm leaving it to one side. So that's that, really. I'm going to do a plan with me for the sake of being shorter. Shorter. Giving you an overview, I mean. I'm going to be using this one. The monthly is where I will do my planning. So this will be my Patreon sessions, my YouTube videos, and my daily to-dos. I'll use this column for just the stuff I need to do this month. I've got plenty of room there and across here, and if all else fails I'll use a sticky note, but I have small writing. I'm fairly sure I can use this for planning. I'm going to use this as a log of what is where. I know that sounds a bit weird right now, but sometimes there's a difference between what you plan to do and what you actually do. So I'm going to keep this as a log of probably what... Actually, I haven't formulated that idea yet. That's not a fully formed thought yet, but I'm probably going to use it as some kind of log or index. I also have... obviously, you've got the top section here, so priorities for the month. For instance, In May, I have to renew my driving licence. In June, I have to go for my second COVID shot, all that kind of stuff. I will put those priority things at the top of here, just so that I know what's coming up. And I'll use these boxes for my bill planning, literally just to write my bills, how much they are, and tick them off. And I will normally, I don't like rewriting things, so I tend to use a ghost post-it note, you know, the ones that you can see through. Write the list on here and tick it off, and then just move the list across and tick it off, and move the list across and tick it off. That means the rest of this square is free to put a highlight photo of the month or something like that, or notes or whatever. You know, I can use it for anything. And then once I've worked out when I can start this one, that's when I'll start doing my daily journaling in here, and I can take this one out. So there you go, that's my setup for April onwards. I will probably still be using this in July, so I don't know if we're doing One Book July this year. I assume we are, but this will be my one book, my 2 books in one, because remember, if you use a system that is one thing but multiple inserts, then that's still classed as one book, if that's what you want to class it as. So this will be my one book, hopefully going forward for the rest of the year. Fingers crossed. And even by July, I might even be down to just this book. So that'll be interesting. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I'm just showing you what I've upgraded to. Oh, no, hang on a minute. I have my... Where's my little one? Hold that thought. I don't know where my little one is. Where's my little one? I've got an A6 version of this, which has a Stalogy in the front, an A6 Stalogy, and a day-free Hobonichi in the back. It's exactly this setup, but in A6. I'm still going to use that, but I'm going to be doing my session planning in it. So any planning I need to do for Patreon sessions individually, because obviously these monthly boxes are not enough to be able to do a whole plan session in, but I can plan them in my A6, which is easy to cart around and prop up in front of me if I need to have notes. And it saves on post-it notes. Trying to recycle fewer post-it notes by using a book, or using a book that I already have. Anyway, that's my setup. What are you using for April? We're starting to get back to normal, whatever normal is. We're starting to get back into the world again. What are you doing? How are you doing it? What are you planning for? Are you one of those people who's had to put something off until after COVID? Are you a COVID bride? That must suck, having your wedding day. I mean, I'm not particularly into weddings or anything, but it must really suck planning your wedding for ages and then having it put off by a pandemic indefinitely. Yeah, I don't envy anybody doing that. What are you planning? What are you doing? What are you using? Tell me in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and follow me over on @Romany on Instagram, where I'm doing a 365 art challenge. See previous video. And follow me at Rose Bujo. Not technically a bullet journal anymore, but I'm not changing the name just because I'm not using a bullet journal at the moment. Again, on Instagram, I will be posting some of my journal pages and some of my planning pages. Come over and join me. Next video will be this planning session because I need to get it out of the way today. Technically, I'm still on holiday, but my brain is buzzing. The squirrels are jiggling about, going, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. I need to shut the squirrels up. I might as well record it while I do it. That will be a long-term plan with me where I'll try to work out what I'm doing for Patreon for the next 3 months. See you then. Bye.